In problem 6, we have a standard propeller. It's just a big, long thing. This one is actually a replica Sopwith camo propeller. It's about 6 feet long. And we want to simply calculate the moment of inertia. And in this one, it's pretty straightforward, right? The moment of inertia of an object spinning about its center that's a thin, straight rod is just I equals ml squared over 12, right? ml squared over 12. So L is the total length, which we're given, right? Here we have L is 0.171 meters. And we have its mass. Mass is 10.02 kilos. So we just stick everything in and we get the moment of inertia. Now I'm going to take this and we're going to take a moment and think about it a slightly different way. Because you could also think about it as I've got a rod going this way and I've got a rod going that way. And if I do that, what is the mass of this half rod and this half rod? This is important when it comes to another problem. So this mass, I'm going to call it m prime, is half of m. And this mass is also half of m. And the length here, L prime is going to be half of L, right? M prime, it's going to be half. L prime is going to be half. Okay. So how do we get to what is the moment of inertia then if we think of it as two rods? Well, the moment of inertia for a rod swinging about one end of the rod, that moment of inertia is ml squared over 3. Well, let's start. And then we've got two of them, right? This is 1, and this is 2. We got two of them, which is going to be 2L2 squared over 3. Okay, how do you treat a compound object like this? Well, they're both spinning about the same point. We can actually just add their moments of inertia. So the total, if you think of it as I've got a piece going this way and a piece going this way, is just I1 plus I2. Well, M1 is half of M, half of that M. L1 is half of that L. And so what do I get? Right? I've got 1/3. I'm just going to pull the 1/3 out front. M1 is M over 2. M2 is M over 2. So so M over 2, L is L over 2 squared plus M over 2 onto L over 2 squared. So what does that give us? Well, I've got M over 2. This is going to be L squared over 4. So 2 times 4, that's going to be 8. And over here, that's going to be 2, that's going to be 4. And so I've got 1/3 of ml squared over 8 plus ml squared over 8. But ml squared over 8 plus ml squared over 8 is just ml squared over 4. And that gives me 1/3 of ml squared over 4. I've got in the denominator 3 times 4. And this just ends up being ml squared over 12. And we're right back to where we started. Thank God, because that means the physics is working. All right. This will make more sense when we get to the next problem.